Yo, welcome back to another vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I'm grateful for, 10 things that I don't necessarily need, but they are a luxury in my life that just make my life better. So let's get into it. This is going to be like a semi-house tour, and we're going to start at the entrance of my house because this is the way I figured it would make most sense. So first thing is this entryway. We live on the 3rd floor, so come up the stairs, and originally it was empty, but we kind of put all our jackets out here, and it's a bit of a mess right now, but we got this little coat rack slash storage space, and it's just so nice having a space to keep our things before, you know, taking our shoes off before going inside the apartment. The second thing I'm grateful for are these shoes. They're Asics Super Blasts. I just wore them. They're super comfy. I like them so much. I got 2 pairs of the same shoes actually, and I just alternate between the 2. They're good for short runs, long runs, fast runs, tempo runs, races. Like, they're good for pretty much everything. They're super comfy, but they're also like responsive and fast and light, which is just like so awesome. And they don't have like a carbon plate, so they're not too stiff or anything. I don't know, I'm kind of still new to running, but I really like them. The third thing I'm grateful for is the altar setup I have, along with the tanga, I think it's called, which I got from Nepal. My mom brought this for me from Hong Kong, and it's this is gunyam or guanyin, and I showed a bit of it in my other video, but it's part of like my daily spiritual practice, and it's just really awesome to have. This tanga I got from Nepal when I did Everest Base Camp there. Funny story behind it. I actually kind of got scammed buying this piece in the middle, but still, you know, I just overpaid, whatever. It's all hand painted, and you can see the detail on it is just, well, it speaks for itself. Yeah, all of it's hand painted. And then I got it, like, not framed, but I got this custom, whatever, scroll silk material thing, which costs like 20 bucks or less. And they mounted it with like the borders and everything, which is just so sick. Really love it. Grateful for that. What's next? Fourth thing that I'm grateful for is all the pottery that we bought from Japan. A lot of bowls and stuff. These are super awesome. These are like small little plates. You put side dishes or whatnot on them. They're super cool. But most of all, this is what I'm most grateful for. I love these. This set of teacups and this teapot. I use it every single day. This teapot was only like 15 bucks or something. It's nothing like super fancy, although it looks fancy, but it's not actually fancy. It pours super well too. I think I got some tea in there, so it's like a really smooth pour. It's very nice. And then these teacups are also really awesome. They're called, I forget what they're called, but they're from the Seiko kiln. It's not handmade or anything like that. Like, they were like 15 bucks each or something, but they're super smooth to the touch and just the perfect size for like a cup of green tea, and so nice. Okay, one thing I missed that I'll go back to. So the 5th thing on my list is my winter jacket. This right here is my Arc'teryx Valence something, I don't know the model name, winter jacket. Let me just put it on. Here we are. It's super warm. It looks pretty decent to me. Super high quality. It's waterproof, windproof. Yeah, it keeps me warm, and I love it. And the best part of it was my friend Curtis got me a great deal. Otherwise I wouldn't have bought it because it's way too expensive for me. But he got me like 75% off. I don't know if I could say this, but thanks, Curtis. Shout out to Curtis. Moving on. Let's see what else we got. Okay, 6th thing on my material things that I'm grateful for is this coffee table. We picked up this coffee table off of Marketplace, and the coolest thing about it is that it lifts up like that. I think it's originally from like West Elm for like $600 or something, and we picked it up for like 100 or 150. It's got some scratches, but it's just character, right? But yeah, I literally use this all the time. I like sit on the couch and then I can like work on things on the laptop and whatever, and it's just so good. Moving on to the bathroom. The only thing that I'm really grateful for in the bathroom is this. Let's see. Cocoa Floss. Thank you, Marco and Tiff, for putting me on this. This has made me floss every single day. I've used it for probably close to 2 years now, and it's completely changed everything. It's not like regular floss. It's super sticky. It's kind of thicker than your regular floss. It's sticky. It gets everything and anything out, and it makes you want to floss. So if you're trying to floss more, get it. I talked a little bit about it in my other video. If you want to hear about like my nighttime routine and stuff, then just go check it out. But yeah, this stuff is the real deal. Yeah, to note, it's a little bit more pricey. I think it's like $10 a roll, which is a lot for floss, but I mean, it makes you floss every day, and the per use cost is still pretty low, so I highly, highly, highly recommend it. All right, on to the 8th thing on my list. Zoji Rushi hot water boiler. It's actually the greatest thing ever. You know, it keeps hot water hot all day long. You can have tea any time of the day, anytime you want. Holds 4 liters. It's just the greatest thing ever, and I don't know why people don't use them. I grew up with one, and then I stopped using one because it takes up counter space and it's like not aesthetically pleasing or whatever, but like it's so convenient, it's practical. Why wouldn't you use it? Okay, on to the next thing. All right, on to the 9th thing on my list. This bass here is so cool. I love it. It's a 1975 Fender Music Master bass, and it's a short scale. It's got a rosewood neck, and it's got flat wound strings. So, not sure if you can see, but they're flat wound, so they're super smooth. They're not like your regular scratchy strings. I don't know how else to describe it. It's an Olympic white, which I absolutely love, and it plays sort of like a guitar. I got like smaller hands too, so it plays super well. Hopefully you can hear a little bit of this, but this is what it sounds like acoustic. Probably didn't come through, but regardless, you just gotta trust me on it. It just plays super well. It feels super slick, super smooth, and it's got this vintage feel to it. Super simple, 1 tone knob, 1 volume knob. It's great. It's amazing. My favorite bass. I only have 1 bass, but it's my favorite bass. But again, that's sort of my luxury item. Like, I don't need that at all. It's not the guitar or bass I play the most at all. I actually play this cheapo guitar that I picked up for like $70 15 years ago or something by now. I play this the most. It's a small little Yamaha CS40, whatever that is. It's a nylon acoustic. It's a mini sized, super portable. It's pretty beat up. You can't really see it, but there's scratches and stuff all over it. Yeah, love playing this. I've never changed the strings in 15 years, and it's part of that. It's got that feel to it. Finally, the last items that are on my list is the phone that I'm shooting on right now. I got the new iPhone 15, but not only that, I actually just picked up this MacBook Pro as well, which has been super awesome, super fast. I've needed an upgrade, and it's doing the job. And it's in this super cool aluminum retro kind of look. It's like thick. It reminds me of like the MacBooks when they first came out, MacBook Pros. It looks just like a really old MacBook, but I don't know, the color, how fast it is, how compact it is. It's just really great. All right, so obviously there's like a million more things I'm grateful for, but these are like some of the materialistic goods I have. Past few days I've just been thinking about not only like what am I deeply grateful for in my life, but just like things that make my life easier. It makes it like those running shoes make it easier to run. This laptop makes it better to like do work and edit YouTube videos and stuff. Having this bass to play around with every now and then is just like, it's so nice. Last thing is today's fit check. I am wearing a new t-shirt from Palace that Isa picked up, which I'm pretty stoked about. You can see it's got like a big demon and it's got like this Palace triangle thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty sick. Pretty stoked about it. And then I'm wearing these cotton pants from Montreal. I've had these for years now. They're kind of just like my daily black pants that I wear. And I've cropped them super short. I was cool a few years back. I don't know about it now, but I still wear them just because they're kind of like durable. They're black. They're easy to... And then indoors, at least, I'm wearing my Crocs with like the fleecy interior. These are my winter Crocs or winter clouds because they're white and they're comfy to walk in indoors. But if I were to go outdoors, wear these Hoka's. They're kind of like my daily runners. They're like suede on the outside. I forget what they're called, but they're Hoka Clifton 3s remodeled into like a lifestyle shoe basically. And they kind of go with everything. So I guess that's what they look like on. Nothing special, nothing fancy. It's just what I wear on a daily basis. So there you go. First day back. I got a busy week ahead, lots of work, lots of training, but I was just thinking this morning about how grateful I am for everything that I have. I had this dream where a freight train came in. It just brought a lot of goods, and there was like $1 billion worth of goods. And it's kind of what it feels like. I really, really enjoy my life here. I got a beautiful home, I got a supportive, wonderful partner, and I got the job that I've always been looking for. Something that has meaning and purpose, but also something that I can really apply myself to and eventually make a living out of. So really just feeling grateful this morning. What are you grateful for today? So the reason I never show my swimming workout is that my pool doesn't allow recording, but here are the stats anyway. In today's run workout, I did 3 by 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and 1 minute fartlek. It's a speed workout, and this footage is of the last minute of the workout. New shoe day. Just about to head out for a Wednesday morning run. We don't usually run together, me and Isabella, but today we are going to run together. So some of the meals I've been having this week have been crazy, courtesy of Isabella. The first one is a chicken broccoli with rice, with some black rice or wild rice or something. The second one we got here is lemongrass pork with vermicelli noodles and salad on the side. There's a fish sauce to this as well. And the third meal we got is a salad with like Parmesan cheese and breadcrumbs, or whatever those are. No, they're tortilla chips maybe? I don't know. Boiled eggs, chicken, and salad. And there's a sauce too. Keeping me healthy. This is good. Just to add, this Tupperware is so nice because there's this removable thing. These are just from IKEA. And then you can just microwave that and then keep the salad cold. So good. This is the office that I work out of. I come here on Thursdays and Fridays usually. It's part of the school's clinic where we do clinical work. But so far I've been using it as a sort of office to just work on school assignments and stuff. Today on the list, got a bunch of readings to do. I'm doing some editing. I'm also gonna be reading this book, a little bit of it, just to help in training. Unfortunately though, I hurt my calf. So in the last swim session that I did on Tuesday, I had kicked off, I guess unknowingly, off of the wall too hard. And apparently this is like pretty common. And as I was getting out of the pool, so it was like, pushing off of the ground to get back on land out of the pool. And my calf just seized up. And it took a couple minutes for it to like stop spazzing out. But then immediately after I had that interval session on the treadmill, and I didn't think to like let it rest for a second. I just tried to get upstairs, get changed, and hop on the treadmill as soon as possible. So that didn't do it any good. And usually with like when you pull a muscle, it kind of goes away, especially with my calf muscle. But anyway, I think the interval session made it worse. The next morning, I ran 8 miles on it, and that made it even worse. And then last night, this morning I woke up and it was stiff, it's inflamed, it's hot, it's sore to the touch. Can't really walk without a limp now, so that really throws a wrench in my plans. But I asked a couple of my physio friends, Tay and Thomas, super helpful, gave me great advice, and I'm just gonna have to take it slow, make sure it heals, walk before jogging, before running, without pain, and we'll be back to it. But meanwhile, I'm going to focus on biking and swimming, as was suggested by my good friends. The other thing I wanted to talk about was doing work again, being back in class. So I've been off of school for about a week now. I've been off of school for like 6 weeks now. But being back to it, being back in the classroom, adjusting and readjusting to the vocabulary that's commonly used, it just makes me feel a little simple sometimes with the way I speak and the way I talk. Some words that are used in class are just like in our last class, some words used were like obsequious and sycophant. Like a word that describes someone who's obsequious, or like, what is it, like following instructions to a fault, under authority, like succumbing to authority, or just being like a suck up, but like to a major extent. We use words like germane instead of relevant, or extent extant. Yeah, still existing, I think. You know, dang, it's like, these are hard words. I don't use them in regular speech ever. But people do. People are so smart in my class. It's admirable, is what it is. And I really, really admire that about certain people. When they have a high level of verbal intelligence, it's nice to listen to. And I wish I had that for myself. But as we do, we're working on it. That's how we get there, right? Develop these skills and we work on it. And my English has gotten a lot better over the past few years. I've purposefully focused on writing and reading more over the last 5 years or so. I wasn't able to talk to a camera at all 5 or 10 years ago. It's a bit about self-confidence and stuff too, but more about reading and writing. I purposefully just would practice every day. I'd sit down and write 15 minutes a day, whether that's journaling or writing something a bit more creative. And that really helped. Taking some English classes really helped in university. Just writing more straightforward and direct to the point, not really dancing around the subject, but getting to the heart of it. And instead of saying what you want to say before you say it, to just say it. That's helped with writing a lot, and I need to implement that more with speaking, I feel. Yeah, just rambling now, but we'll see how this pans out. I won't be able to run, unfortunately, and I had a tempo session today and a long run on Saturday that I'm gonna probably have to skip, which sucks. It is what it is. It's part of life. So, onwards.
So this was a pretty tough bike session. Not because it was physically hard, but because I was kind of frustrated, I was hungry, I wasn't able to go on my tempo run like I should have. Instead, I did 80 minutes on the bike, zone 2. Ended up being more like zone 1. I think good thing is that my power's increased, it seems, because I averaged 140 watts, but only 118 heart rate, which is kind of in zone 1 for me. So that means I need to do an FTP test soon, and hopefully that means my FTP's increased, which is weird because I haven't actually biked in 4 months. I've only been running, so maybe running's increased my aerobic capacity. But another annoying thing is that you can see I'm slipping here. I'm still dialing in the position. I'm getting a bit of numbness. It's overall just a bit uncomfortable. You can see a lot of rocking back and forth. Putting my head down because it's uncomfortable to have my head up. So yeah, just a lot of minor little disturbances has got this to be a frustrating session overall. But an important part is we got through it, and to keep going even in sessions like this.
Picked up this Slate classic chocolate ultra filtered milk. It says there's 1 gram of sugar, 20 grams of protein, and 15 grams of carbs. I feel like it's gonna be gross, but it tastes like a protein shake but less powdery. I And there's a slight banana aftertaste. I don't know where it's coming from. Would I buy this again? No. It was expensive. It was like $4 or something. 5? It's not disgusting. It's not great.
It tastes sort of like chocolate milk, like surprisingly so, but then you realize it's fake.
Yeah.
About halfway through, you realize it's not real, and then you're just left a little disappointed. It's alright. I mean, just get the real thing. Rating? For me, 3 out of 10. I don't like it. It's bad. I went to the Y this morning for a swim. Swam for about 40 minutes. No kicking, just pulling. Kind of sucked, but we did it. That's what matters. Later on, went back home, lifted some weights in the afternoon, and after I was done with my meetings, I hopped on the trainer for an hour. The position is getting better. I tilted my saddle down, and I'm not feeling that sort of numbness anymore, which is a great sign. Power is increasing, which is also positive. And my calf pain seems to mostly have gone away. I'd say it's 60% better. So hopefully tomorrow morning you'll feel better. Without pain has got to be one of the greatest joys in life. That was such a good long run. I was so worried just a couple days ago about my calf, but it's feeling good. Felt good this morning. Decided to go around, take it easy. If it if it starts hurting, to stop. It felt so good. And to get stronger week after week, it's gotta be one of the greatest joys in life. I know it sounds a little cheesy, but the work I've been putting in, it's only like week 4, week 5, but it's already starting to pay off. Last week's run was way faster than usual, and I think it made this week's run feel so much easier. I got cut off, but I was saying I ran 15 miles this week, and it was just so much easier than ever before. I've only had one training block so far, but it just goes to show how training, as with anything else, builds week upon week, and block upon block, and year upon year, and I'm excited for what's to come. And it just makes me hopeful for the future that this is the beginning and what's going to happen in the next 4 or 5 years over the course of my PhD, semester over semester, and training block over training block.
And I've been trying to find my way back to the kid that I was in the past. All the while trying to accept the ways that I behaved. All the while